All right, so a package arrived with the frame that I'm very, very excited about. It's something that I already tried to get my hands on for a really long time. And today is the day. I just picked up the package and yeah, let's unbox it together.
Yeah, only getting started when it's midnight, keeping it tight. If a nigga wanna go to war, it can get dark but we stay bright. Coming like a night, it's on sight, ever touch my sleeve. Niggas round there wanna disagree when it's clear that I'm speaking facts. Man like me, you know I'm proactive, never gonna stop till I see the big man's on flats.
Hop on the front door, it's like midnight. Don't lose your grip cause you might fall out again.
Today we're unboxing a Seka Spear thanks to Florian Bikes. So also absolute legend. I was with him on the phone, I think for 1.5 hours just talking about the bike industry 3 weeks ago. And yeah, super nice guy. So thanks to him, he made this whole build possible. And yeah, so if you're gonna be liking what is inside of here, and if you're gonna like what I will be building up in the next, I think the next or the video after next, then you know where to get your Seka Spear. Florian Bikes is your address, especially when you're in Europe. So let me see, it looks like fancy packaging already. It's a box in the box. It needs to be opened this way around, because this way around it has the Seka logo on here. So let me see. Wait, let me get you closer to this beauty that I'm seeing here. This might be the most stylish packaging for a bike frame that I've seen so far. Very nicely, neatly packaged up. And you see already this beautiful paint job here. We got the handlebars, so frame comes of course with the handlebars, with the frame itself, the fork and a seat post which is floating around somewhere. I guess we'll, here in the back I think. We'll find the seat post in a second once we unbox it. Also comes with those bottle cages, which are, as far as I did my research right, are nicely integrating aerodynamically into the shape of the frame. But yeah, look at this beauty. BSA bottom bracket, one of my favorite standards. Nice threaded, I mean, as long as it's a threaded bottom bracket, I'm a fan. But BSA particularly, I think is fantastic. So you might hear how excited I am. Yeah, let's unbox it. Let's get it out. Let's put it on the scale. Let's go. So this particular frame is the Seka Spear RDC edition, so the ultralight one, in the, I think, maybe most beautiful paint job that I've seen on a carbon bike. Maybe not only being exclusive to carbon bikes, just on road bikes in general. The Kronos paint job, which has this nice chrome kind of look, fading down into glossy black. Let's get all the parts out. Very, very well packaged, I gotta say. Everything has a nice kind of like this foam around it, plus protection foil. As I said, Florian Bikes is your address. I mean, he's maintaining his website quite frequently, always showing you which colors are in stock, what sizes are in stock, and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is your address. And I think now with this one, because it was in stock, it just took a week, I think, for it to arrive. So very nice. I'm just checking the fork and how nice and flat and precise this has been worked. So you see that the area where you mount the front brake is completely flat, no overspray of paint. Really beautiful craftsmanship. I guess this is gonna make it very easy when it comes to mounting and centering the brakes later on. Let's get the frame out. Oh my god, it's like super light. I mean, I guess also compared to carbon frames in general, but I mean, especially for me, for somebody who's been building up titanium and steel bikes recently, this is a whole different league when it comes to weight of the frame set. So the claimed weight for these frames is 685 grams, I think, but I guess that's for a smaller size and non-painted. So I'm very interested to put this on my rather precise coffee scale and find out how much this actually weighs in a size L and with this beautiful paint job. I mean, for me, weight-wise, I guess everything is going to be an upgrade at this point, because as I said, I'm coming from rather comfortable titanium frames recently. So this is more than a half of the weight. I think that's what I expect. So let's find out. Very well packaged. I don't know if I mentioned this already. It's impressive how light this is. Again, a nice chainstay protector already on here. Plastic one, so nice and thick. So this is actually going to protect, I think, better than having just some protective foil here. The paint job is really even more amazing in person. I mean, I already liked it a lot seeing it on the pictures, but then let's see. Is everything clean up here? Super clean and smooth. Nothing sharp, nothing brittle. So let's continue with the other things, the other items that are in the box. Let's see, we have a nice goodie box in here, which I guess is going to be all the bearings and stuff. Yes, so we got some headset spacers here. We got the rear derailleur mount, extension plug, expansion plug, the covers for the seat post. Also a nice detail that there is this housing dampener for the brake hose so that they don't rattle through the frame. Very nice matte looking through axles. This is also very interesting, a mount for the Di2 battery. I guess this installs from underneath through the bottom bracket area pretty much. Then of course we got the bearings. We got some rubber plugs for installing Di2. We got this little wedge to install the seat post. Some nice rubber covers depending on what group set you're using to close up the holes in the frame. Then there are a bunch of adapters for an upfront mount for a bike computer, top cap for the handlebar, GoPro mount for underneath the upfront mount, some more rubber plug. Oh, if you're doing a mechanical group set install, so that's interesting to know that you could also install a mechanical group set on this frame, and then a nice upfront mount for the handlebars. So let me put this back in. Very light. I mean, at least they feel very light already. We'll also put them on a scale in a second. Beautiful handlebars. Oh, very, very stiff. I mean, I'm mainly now used to the Avian Canary ones, which are super ridiculously light, but a little bit flexy. For me personally, not really a problem. But yeah, I've seen that some people have been not complaining, but mentioning that they are maybe a little bit too flexy for them, or being worried about being flexy. These ones are far from being flexy, so I'm curious how heavy they're gonna be, so we're gonna put them on the scale in a second as well. Here we have the seat post that I was looking for in the beginning. Wow, like very nice, very light seat post. I also love it. I mean, look how thin this is. Very nice. Very like there've been some weight optimization, cutting out parts of the seat or the saddle clamp. You can see here. All right, so we got the seat post, and I think the last thing to get out is gonna be the bottle cages. All right, and you can already see these are two differently shaped bottle cages. So this one is a little bit wider on the base, so this one's gonna go here. I see this is gonna nicely integrate and have a smooth transition between the frame and the bottle cage. And then same here, this one's gonna be wrapping around this C-tube here nicely. So, reminds me a little bit of the BMC bottle cages. Also had something similar on my road machine, I think, team machine. I don't remember what model it was, but yeah, I kind of like a nicely integrated bottle cage. So I would say, now that we're done with unboxing, let's get the scale out and let's weigh the individual parts. Let's go. So let's start with the most interesting part, the frame. So as I said, this is, as you see here, an L-size frame in this beautiful Kronos paint job. For me, I think maybe the most beautiful paint job for a road bike out in the market at the moment. Oh, maybe we put the scale on. There we go. And let's see, let's balance it. Let's make sure it's not floating. Oh, it's floating, not touching the table. Yes, so we're at 869.5 grams. As I said, L size with paint. So a little bit over their advertised, but I mean, this is really just a marketing number for an unpainted frame and at a different size, but this is still a very impressive number and less than half the weight of my titanium frames let me now have a look at the fork. There you go. So let's put the fork up here. The fork now completely uncut, 427.7 grams. So the Seatpost has these two little metal thingies here that we might want to subtract. They might add a tiny bit of extra weight. So 156.8, I would assume around 150 without those placeholder rods in here. So also very nice. So now let's do the handlebars. Before we put them on the scale, let's quickly just double check also the specification. So we have a 120 millimeter stem and 395 millimeter width at the top, and they flare out another 25 millimeter in the drops. So let's see, 320.4 grams. Like, this is impressive. This is super light for such a seemingly stiff handlebar. So looks beautiful as well. There we go. Next item, bottle cages. So first one 40 grams on the dot, the other one 30.8. So there we go, 70.8 grams for the two bottle cages. And then user manual, which is quite special these days to have something like this. Let's see, let's put it on the scale. We're at 40.6, which is very, very impressive for a user manual for performance road bikes. So respect for that one as well. So this has been the unboxing of this beautiful Seka Spear. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting build coming up. As I already mentioned, I'm a very impatient guy, so I will try to build this up now as quickly as possible to be able to ride it the next weekend. And then of course there will be a step-by-step in-depth build video just to see if there are any interesting ways of how this has been designed when it comes to assembly. Also, if I'm going to encounter any issues or not, how smooth is the build going to go, or also I think this can be very helpful if you want to build your own Seka Spear, or pretty much actually any other bike, to follow that kind of step-by-step guide. So if there's anything particular that you want me to look out for in the build-up video and then also in the following reviews, let me know down in the comments below. Put your questions there, or your highlights that you want to put my eyes on while doing this on this frame. And then with that, I very excitingly say again, Florian Bikes, thanks a lot for making this happen. And you, I say thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.